Warzone in 2025. It's not the same game that took over the gaming world back in 2020. What was once a groundbreaking battle royale with tight mechanics and exciting gameplay has slowly become a mess of frustrating updates, inconsistent performance, and a clear disconnect between the developers and the community. If you've been playing recently, you've probably felt it too. Something's off. Whether it's the endless bugs, unbalanced weapons, or the constant stream of recycled content, Warzone feels like it's losing the magic that made it so addictive. And the sad part is, we know it can be great again. In this video, we're breaking down exactly what's wrong with Warzone in 2025, and what the devs need to do if they want to save this game before it's too late. If you're passionate about Warzone or just sick of the way things are going, this one's for you. Let's get into it. Let's start with performance, because if the game doesn't run right, nothing else matters. Warzone in 2025 still struggles with serious issues. Lag spikes, rubber banding, frame drops, and stuttering are way too common, even on high-end hardware. Console players aren't spared either, with inconsistent frame rates and input delay on PS5 and Xbox. How is it that a game with this much money behind it still can't deliver a stable experience 5 years in? It's frustrating, especially during competitive play or ranked matches, where even a split second of lag can mean death. Now on to balance, which has become one of the most divisive topics in the community. The current meta is often dominated by one or two overpowered weapons, and instead of fine-tuning all guns, we usually get a nerf buff cycle that just rotates the broken guns. It feels less like skill and more like loadout roulette. Add in inconsistent time to kill, TTK, armor glitching, and movement bugs, and you've got a gameplay experience that can swing from amazing to miserable in a single match. Then there's the anti-cheat system. Honestly, it's just not working. Ricochet was a nice idea, but cheaters are still everywhere, especially in ranked. Wall hacks, aimbots, and controller spoofing are rampant. What's worse is that legit players are often wrongly shadow banned, while actual cheaters seem to roam free for days. It kills trust in the system. And trust is something the Warzone devs desperately need right now. Finally, we have the content problem. Warzone's updates feel stale. We get the same recycled operators, reskinned weapons, and mid-tier limited-time modes. There's very little innovation compared to the early days of Verdansk. Even map rotations feel lazy. Players want fresh, engaging content, not another new assault rifle that looks and feels like 5 others. Warzone is bleeding players not because the core is bad, but because everything around it feels neglected. Now that we've broken down the biggest issues, let's talk solutions. First, the performance side. Warzone needs dedicated optimization passes across all platforms. That means real attention to memory usage, server stability, and frame pacing. If other live service games can pull off stable 60+ FPS with massive player counts, Warzone has no excuse. Activision needs to invest in better servers and rollout. Regional stress testing before major updates go live. Stop making players your beta testers. QA needs to step up. Next, weapon balance. This should be handled with smaller, more frequent tuning updates, not just waiting for the next season. Better yet, Warzone could implement a public test, Realm, PTR, or Sandbox mode, where players can preview and give feedback on balance changes. Community involvement leads to smarter decisions. If you want us to stick around, make us feel heard. Then there's anti-cheat. Ricochet isn't enough. It needs to evolve. Faster ban waves, live detection, and more transparency. Devs should post monthly ban stats and allow reporting directly from kill cams with immediate flagging. Also bring back hardware bans and enforce stricter penalties for repeat offenders. The Warzone community is competitive. Cheating ruins that core experience. Communication is another huge fixable flaw. Right now, updates often drop with vague patch notes and zero context. Dev blogs, developer Q&As, and community spotlights would help rebuild trust. Show us that feedback matters. And stop ignoring major bugs that are trending online for days, without a single acknowledgement. Silence just makes things worse. Finally, content and creativity. Bring back the bold ideas. Limited time events, fan-voted game modes, and more map evolution. Skins don't need to be pay to win or just flashy. Give us lore, meaning story. And overhaul the Battle Pass. Make progression rewarding again, not just a chore. Warzone has the bones of greatness. It just needs developers who are willing to listen, adapt, and innovate. At the end of the day, we're not here just to complain, we're here because we care. Warzone changed the game back in 2020, and we know it still has the potential to be one of the best battle royales out there. But to get there, the developers need to take a hard look at what's going wrong and start listening to the community again. Fix the performance, crack down on cheaters, balance the weapons, and bring back that creative spark. It's not too late. But if things stay on this path, Warzone could fade into the background just like so many others before it. If you agree, or if you've got your own ideas for how to save Warzone, drop a comment below. Let's start a real conversation. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. I'll see you in the next one.